Hello and welcome back. This is Christopher Aaron. This is the iGold Advisor channel. It is May 1st, 2024, and we are going to have a silver price breakout update. We are seeing the pullback that I was expecting over the last several weeks. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, make sure you go and watch the last few videos. I described what I was expecting then, and now we will update how silver is looking on this breakout retest. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to be notified when these videos come out on YouTube. Otherwise, you won't know and you will miss something. If you would like to give it a thumbs up, I very much appreciate that. It helps out here with the algorithms on YouTube. Last but not least, we publish for free sometimes on Twitter or X at the feed iGlobalGold, and you can sometimes get quicker updates there for free during the middle of the week. All right, let's look at what is happening here in silver, our legal disclaimer. What I want to do is remind you of this pattern that we saw from 2013 through 2016 in the very same market in silver. This is a very common pattern. What you'll notice is that when silver has these primary multi-year downward trends, notice the trend that silver was in here from the peak at $25 down to the low at $13.50. Notice lower and lower and lower and lower peaks. That when we finally get a breakout right there, you can see it in February of 2016, when you finally get a breakout of the trend, oftentimes silver will not just immediately go higher, but what it will do after the initial surge is it will trick people and it will come back and retest several weeks later. It will retest the broken trend from the opposite side. You can see that here 2-3 weeks after the breakout, silver came back to this point around 1475, retested. Before then, boom, it was higher from there over the course of the next 6 months. Quite a dramatic wave that set up, and this was the major low that silver set late 2015 into early 2016. So it's critical to remember these retests can occur after these primary downtrend breaks. And also notice that the retest can sometimes occur just slightly below the actual breakout point. So notice a few weeks later, this retest for 1 week came just below the breakout line there. It's really important to remember that the retests are not always literal to the specific cent as the process goes, but sometimes it can come a few cents below the breakout point. So we have to remember this. Now when we look at silver 2020 to the present, it is extremely important to remember the last example. Here is the breakout from that same type of multi-year downward trend. The only difference is that this time we had clear multi-year resistance at the $30 level. If you go back into these YouTube archive videos and watch the videos from about a month and a half ago, you will see that I was saying I do not think silver is going to break through 30 on the first try here. There's too many people who bought back in here in 2020 that are going to look to exit their positions now that they're at break even. So if you listen to that video, congratulations, because you can now buy silver for about 10% less than you could just a few weeks ago. Silver is now trading back in the low $26 range as this is being recorded, or you can buy 10% more for the same amount of fiat currency. So you can see it really is worthwhile to pay attention to these charts to buy silver for the best possible price and to time your purchases in the silver mining sector. So remember the analogy from the previous example that we looked at from 2016. After the breakout, silver typically doesn't move straight higher in a straight line, but it first comes back to what? Retest. It will retest a trend that has been broken before then it continues to power higher. So this is what I expect for silver here over the course of the next 3 to 6 months. I do not think it has bottomed yet. There will be a Federal Reserve meeting later today. It's going to be very volatile after the Fed meeting. But I still think silver has a few more dollars to fall here over the next 1 to 3 months. Following that, the next move higher should break $30 per ounce. And from there, we will talk about where silver is going to go. Now, what I want to do is show you, I want to zoom in on this little window here. So remember, we're just talking about the move here from $22.50 up to $30 per ounce. And we're talking roughly a 25% move. What I want to do is zoom in for you here. There's the move in silver. We're just talking over these 7 weeks. This move right here, 24% higher for silver. One of the silver mining companies that we own here rose by 150% in the same period of time as silver rose this 24%. So if you think about that, that happened just from here to here. What's going to happen to these silver miners when silver breaks above $30 per ounce? You better get ready. A lot of these things are going to move multi-hundred percentage points higher when we get silver closing above 30. Again, I don't think it's yet. We are going to be buying the last of our silver miners. We have at least 2 new positions that we are going to be adding. We are going to be doing it over the next several weeks as silver gets back to this retest point. And remember, I do not publish that information here. That goes out to our premium subscribers via flash update at the exact moment that we buy. So if you want to get in on the next types of gains that we're going to see similar to this, make sure to sign up on our homepage. Okay, so I want to make sure you understand the opportunity that is setting up here on the retest. And back to the silver market, there should be a couple more dollars to come to the downside, and then we get the real move higher that we have all been waiting for. Should be very exciting for the rest of this year. If you would like to learn about the exact silver miners that we are going to be investing in here, when we do it, so you don't miss out on those gains, the service for you is called Precious Metals Intelligence Plus. You receive the exact signals that we are using here as to when we buy and sell these silver mining companies. Those go right to your inbox by email for flash updates. We also cover the physical gold market, physical silver market, the rest of the mining sector, Bitcoin, the stock market, and the currency markets so that you can be a better formed investor. That is called Precious Metals Intelligence Plus. You can find out about it on our homepage and register. If you are a higher net worth investor, you have to understand the power of private placements. We have just closed a private placement that is already up 16% in just a few weeks. That is very nice, but I think these things are going a lot higher over the next few years as gold and silver themselves go higher. Remember, if you invest with us by private placement, you get free warrants in addition to the shares, and that gets you nearly twice the amount of upside that you would get compared to buying these same shares in the open market. You will also receive a free subscription to our flagship Precious Metals Intelligence Plus service if you join us in Elite. If you would like to speak to me, Christopher Aaron, one-on-one, you can reach me on the Consultations tab on our website. I do not take any fees or kickbacks from any of the companies that we profile, none of the companies that we invest in. I am 100% dedicated to providing independent guidance and research to investors such as yourself. And remember, I invest in this sector myself as well, so I speak from my experience. You can reach me on the Consultations tab on the website if you would like to book a talk. So we have setting up here, remember, the retest for silver. It's not quite there yet, but it is coming. And that is going to be one of these rare back up the truck moments. You do not want to miss it.